You are now tuned in to BFTV, Buffalo Fanatics. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico back at it again, ready to hit you over that head with the tight end room. You know, the big boys, the boys that can get downfield, the boys that can block, the boys that are protecting your backside. That's a special group, and it takes special people to be on this roster. And I'm about to go through the whole tight end room and let y'all know who is part of the problem or who is part of the process. Let's start off with the main man, Charles Big Play Clay. I like that name. It has a ring to it. I'm gonna give you the positives and the negatives. So let's just jump into it. Charles Clay, 6'3", 255, 28 years of age, coming out of Tulsa, former tight end of the Miami Dolphins. I am one person that will say that I was really excited when we brought Charles Clay to the Bills, because we've been lacking in tight end play for quite some time, from the Eddie Royals to the Jay Remersmas, Chandler. Everybody loved Chandler until we're like, man, we like him because we like him because he's a Bill, but he wasn't really giving us what we really needed until we got something in Charles Clay. Now here's the deal. He is our most reliable pass catcher. He's the guy that Tyrod would look to early and often, and I had no issues with it. That's one guy you could rely on. He will catch the ball intermediately. He will catch the ball down deep. He will catch the ball in traffic. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's one of the bigger traits that Charles Clay brings to the Buffalo Bills. And not only can he go downfield and catch these balls, dude, the guy is a great run blocker, a fantastic pass blocker. The guy is legit. That's your tight end. That is the guy that you want. Now here's the deal. Charles Clay doesn't come with any negatives. He does come with some negatives, and they're negatives that everyone has seen, and you can't deny it. You've known he's missed some games. He's missed several games. In the last 3 years, he's missed 7 games. We need him more on the field more often than him on the sideline. Things happen. I get it. When you're hearing that he's resting his knee in practice because this, that, and the third, that's a little concerning to me. He's 28 years old. He's not getting younger. But those are the things that we have to rectify at that tight end position. But other than that, the man does it all. Those knees are the issue. It's slowing him down, and it's not going to get any better. So those are the negatives that I find with my man Charles Clay. Nick OLeary, the son of Jack Nicholson, or Jack Nicholson, Jack Nicholas, whichever. Now here's the thing. That's another guy that I really like, out of Florida State. My man Bobby B is gonna love that because that's his guy right there. But anyway, but I like OLeary. He gives you that old school look, no gloves, raw talent, no nonsense, doesn't play all the gimmicks and the flashiness. He just gets right to business. A lot of the stigma with white tight ends is they're not that athletic. They're not, they're just there to block. That's not true, man. There's some white tight ends that are out there that can ball. Zach Ertz, Tyler Eifert, Jimmy Graham. He's kind of half. I think. But you guys get what I'm saying. Tight end position is not your big hoggy type blocker anymore. These guys are athletic. They can do it all. He is underratedly athletic, Nick OLeary. Don't sleep on how athletic this guy is, because he can do everything on that field. Not only that, he can get downfield. I don't know how he's doing it because he's not blazing fast, but dude had a 14 yards per catch average all year. Granted, he didn't have that many receptions. He had 22 receptions, but still, the fact of the matter is he's getting downfield and he gives us that threat. So we can't sleep on his athletic ability. The negative in this, and I hate to call it a negative, it's just more so room for improvement. I would like for him to work on his route running abilities. I think he could be a better route runner. I think if he works on that, he'll get himself on the field way more than he has been this year. I see big things coming for him, but that's the only knock that I have on Nick OLeary. Become a better route runner and big things can happen. Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas, the former quarterback turned tight end from Virginia Tech. Get this. He used to be the tight end to our very own Tyrod Taylor. How crazy is that? 6'6", 250 pounds. That's a big tight end. That's your prototypical tight end. And here's the thing. The guy can run big, huge catch radius. That's what you want That's what you want with a big tight end. You want a big catch radius. He can get downfield, and he's got some good hands. He has the awareness to read certain defenses. He's a former quarterback. He knows if he sees a zone, he might catch that zone quicker. He knows where to sit. If he knows it's a man, he knows how to shift his body and get to the route. The only thing I'd say negatively about Logan Thomas, work on his pass blocking. Pass blocking is a must in this NFL game, especially if you're going to be on the line. That's just the way it is. That's how it's supposed to be. So Logan Thomas, work on that blocking, work on that run block, work on that pass block. You could find yourself on this roster. You just never know. We got 3 more guys that you're probably not familiar with, and I'm going to name them all 3, right? You've got Keith Tolbridge, you've got Kyrie Lee, and you've Jason Kroom, former receiver turned tight end, super athletic. Very, very athletic. He's got speed. The only thing is, injuries have plagued his career, so that's what's kind of stalled him. If he can get healthy and he can do big things, you can hear his name more during camp and next season. The only problem is the injuries. He's had quite a bit, dating back to his collegiate year and now in the NFL. Now, the negative in this is he's still learning the tight end position. Right, he went from receiver going down to tight end, but it's a completely different ball game when you go to tight end. Now you got to learn scheme, you got to learn blocking, zone blocking, man block. There's little things that you got to find out in that tight end position. I think this is where he will need to improve in order for him to make even a name for himself in Buffalo. Keith Tolbridge, former Louisville tight end. Good solid blocker. You can count on him to run block. That's his specialty. Pass blocking could be better. His ability to get downfield, he's slow. He's not one of your faster guys. So if he's going to make this roster, he's got to be able to show that he can be that guy. He can be that blocking tight end that we know and can depend on in the run game. If we need that 1, 2, 3, 4 yards, he's there. We can plug him in and he can get business done. So that's the advantage that he'll have. But he's not known to be an offensive weapon. That's the only negative I can say about Mr. Keith Tolbridge. Kyrie Lee. Here's the deal. Former receiver, former defensive end back in the collegiate years and high school years. So what that tells me is he's very versatile. Special teams is the thing that stands out to me when I hear former receiver / DE. So he can tackle and he can run. He's got some wheels. The only negative part is I need some production from you offensively. So that's where you're going to have to stand out and show exactly what you can do. We are done with the tight end room. What do you guys think? Part of the process or is it part of the problem? We're about to find out. Charles Clay. Let's not even talk about him, man. He's part of the process. You don't get rid of Charles Clay. You don't get rid of Charles Clay. And one thing that's not going to let us get rid of Charles Clay is the fact that we owe him money. So if we cut him, it's not going to look good. We already restructured his contract. He is with us for at least a year or 2. So Charles Clay, part of the process. Nick OLeary, easy, no brainer. Part of the process. He's not going nowhere. He's only getting better, and I only see him being more involved with our offense going forward, especially with that new offensive coordinator. Logan Thomas. This one is a tough one for me. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with his athletic ability. I'm intrigued with his big catch radius. I think we can do some major things with him. Him having 1 year to really know the role, practice the role, and get really into it. I think next year he takes a step forward and becomes more part of our offense. So look for Logan Thomas to be part of the process. Now, here's the deal. You know what? Come to think of it, if I'm going to keep it real, Keith Tolbridge, Kyrie Lee, and Jason Kroom, you are part of the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the tight end room. What do you guys think about that? Do you believe that we need to keep the 3 that I said is part of the process? Or is there one person that you would say, you know what, you are part of the problem and we can't have you on the squad? Let me know in the comment section. So if you guys are liking what you're seeing right this second, don't stop. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, share it if you please to make this channel grow. Continue to show love. It's your boy, and I'm gone.